Hey, and welcome to Meal Prep. I am tired today. I am so tired I don't even care that you see my dirty kitchen behind me. I always clean as I go when I prep. Otherwise, I'll be too overwhelmed with all the dirty dishes. This is just from the last batch of stuff I did. And I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I struggled today. I struggled to get through. I had to stop halfway through and just prop my legs up and take a break. I think I've been up and going too many days, and so it's affected me. But the point is, I got her done. So, for breakfast, we're having blueberry vanilla sheet pan pancakes. It's just a recipe that I tweaked a little bit. Wasn't sure if it was going to work, and spoiler alert, it worked. And then for lunch, just some salads with Pound Droppers 0-point bean salad to go on it. Now, I like the kind like in the can or the jar. That kind of bean salad on my salad. I love that at the salad bars. Listen, I used to pile that stuff on, but it's full of sugar. That's why it's so good. But Pound Droppers is 0 points. And it has to sit overnight, which is fine because I won't be eating till tomorrow. And then for snack, I didn't realize when I plan my meal, I often don't realize until after the fact and it's done and I'm like, okay. I was too tired today to even worry about it, but I have pancakes for breakfast and then muffins for snack, but it just is. I made these with some of the fresh strawberries that I had left when I made my strawberry jam. So strawberry yogurt muffins. They are from a Gooseberry Patch magazine. When I was doing some Gooseberry Patch recipes once a week, and I got out of that, but that's where that came from, so. That is what we're having this week. And I hope you all are going to have a good week and stay on plan. And if you prep something, let me know below. I'd be interested to know what you make. So let's just turn around and get started. To make our pancakes, we're going to start with 2.5 cups of the Kodiak pancake mix. Now you can substitute and use birch benders if you want. I have both. I just need to use up the Kodiak. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now the next one, the Jello, instant Jello vanilla pudding, that was my experiment. It's kind of a take on my niece's favorite cake that I used to make her, the blueberry muffin cake. So I thought, well, if it worked in that, maybe it'd work in these pancakes. So that is all for the dry ingredients. Now mix that up pretty good and add 2 eggs. And you can beat them in a separate bowl, but I didn't want to mess one up. So I'm just going to beat them in this one little spot right here. So beat your eggs. Next is 2 cups of plain unsweetened almond milk. I guess you could use vanilla if you wanted to. A teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to spread that into a well-greased or sprayed jelly roll pans, like 15 by 10. Now it's clean. It's just years of use, and that's what they look like. So we want to spread it all the way to the edges. Not sure if you can make this in a 9 by 13 or not. Honestly, I would try if I didn't have a jelly roll pan. I would give it a try. And this will bake at 400 degrees. Well, I guess we might want to get the blueberries. I'm going to say about a cup. It's how many of you want. I just tried to make sure there was plenty enough to get in each piece and make sure I had found a little stem on one. Make sure you get your little stems off. And then it will bake at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to cut it into 8 servings, and they're good-sized servings. So to me, it's like the equivalent of 2 pancakes when you see how I have to package it up for my little container. So each serving I'm cutting in half just to get it inside my little dish. It's kind of stuck on the bottom, but I think that is kind of like 2 just regular sized pancakes. There you can see the texture. It's just like a pancake because it is. You just don't have to stand over and fry them separately. So there you have the breakfast for the week. Now we're going to move on to the bean salad, and everything needed to be rinsed and or drained. So I'm just going to show you what's in here. It's a can of light kidney beans, green beans, garbanzo beans, and then I'm using this steam fresh white choux corn in the can because I couldn't find the frozen kind. And it seems to work out fine. And there was literally no liquid in that can. And a stalk of diced celery. So just mix that up to get everything evenly combined. And then we're going to make our dressing. The dressing is really simple. You start with a third cup of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of your favorite 0.0 calorie sweetener, and y'all know I like to use the Lecanto monk fruit. Then a teaspoon of salt, and instead of olive oil, 2 teaspoons, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of avocado oil, and then some black pepper to taste. I didn't bother measuring it out. And that's all there is to it. So you just want to whisk it together to combine it really well, get the oil and vinegar to combine. And all we have to do is pour that over our beans and vegetables. This sits in the refrigerator overnight for best flavor. And I'm going to put mine in a little plastic container so I can go in there every now and then and kind of shake it and turn it around. That is it for our bean salad. Next up are our salads. You know how to make a salad. I put my stuff on the bottom, starting with some cucumber. And then I add some onion. It's a good Vidalia onion, so it ought to be good and sweet. Now, I wanted to show you these little tomatoes. They're called sprinkles, teeny tiny tomatoes. I rinsed it in the thing because there's little drain holes, air holes. And I thought that's perfect amount for 4 little salads with no leftovers that will go to the waste. Now, this is that lettuce I showed you on my haul that I was not happy with, but I've never bought it, so I didn't know what it looked like until I got it. As you can see, I chopped it until it was a fine shredded lettuce. That way I don't feel like I'm just eating a bowl of stems. I'm using 1 container for 2 salads, so I bought 2 containers. Now, I'm taking these pitiful boiled eggs, and I'm going to crisscross them. So I cut it one way, turn the egg around, cut it the other way for a perfectly diced egg. And I'm putting 2 eggs per salad. I was going to do chicken, but I don't think I'm feeling chicken. So I figured 2 eggs would be good protein. Now, I forgot to turn the camera on when I mixed up these wet ingredients for these muffins. So we have a cup of quick cooking oatmeal, half a cup of brown sugar substitute, a cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, a half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, an egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And just going to mix that all together. And now I'm going to get my dry ingredients because you need to sift them. I'm starting with a cup of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then just sift it over you can sift it in the bowl and then put it over, but I just sifted it right into the bowl. I couldn't set it in the bowl because it was going to be touching the wet ingredients. And then we just need 1 cup of chopped fruit. Pick whatever fruit you like. These are the strawberries I had left. That's why we're doing strawberry. And fold it in. That's easy. Now, last time I made 18 muffins. I used my big cookie scoop and I sprayed the pans really well. I used Baker's Joy because it's good for baking. But I ended up getting 16 muffins this time for some reason. So you're going to get between 16 and 18 muffins. And these will go in the oven at 400 degrees for 17 minutes. Now I just wanted to show you after they cooled off just a few minutes how easy and I dropped one on the floor. Don't worry, I blew it off and ate it myself. 5-second rule. Okay, now let's go look and see what we have for the week. We have blueberry vanilla sheet pan pancakes for 4 points. We have 0 point salads and 0 point bean salad. I'll have to count whatever dressing I use. Now the muffins, the Weight Watcher points are on the website. So that is it for my week. I hope everyone else has a good week, and I will see you on my next video.